Hi, this is Ruvain Spolter with a Kitah lesson about Parashat Vayeishev. I actually want to talk about, I watched, I don't know if you watched, I watched The Crown. And it was a really, really fascinating episode of The Crown that I watched, it came out this month, called Favorites. And in it, Margaret Thatcher tells the Queen about how her favorites, like she just throws it out, her favorite child, her son, is missing in France. I never knew that it happened, but the Queen was like shocked. How could she openly admit that she has a favorite child? And her husband, Prince Philip, I think his name is Philip, I don't remember. He said, of course, everybody has favorites. How could you think that you didn't have favorites? And the episode is about her trying to figure out who her favorite child was. But this issue of having favorites is something that all of us, all parents think about. And it's something that we all struggle with in a sense when we think about our different children. Do we have favorites? Should we have favorites? Is it natural to have favorites? This is something we see right out of Parashat Vayeishev. Let's take a look at the Parsha. So Parashat Vayeishev tells the story of the sale of Yosef by his brothers and the terrible jealousy between the brothers. What causes the jealousy? Well, what causes the jealousy? Yisrael ahav et Yosef mikol banav. Yisrael, that's Yaakov. He loved Yosef from all his children. Yosef was his favorite. Why was he his favorite? Ki ben zikunim hula. That simply means he was the ben zikunim. He was the child of his eldest, of his old age. He was the child that was born when he was young, when he was older. Ve'asar lo ketonet pasim. So therefore he made him a coat of, we translate it as a coat of many colors. A ketonet means a cloak. Pasim means of strips. So they translate the strips were different colors, but he made it some kind of robe or cloak, a ketonet. Vayiru elchav ki oto ahav avihem mikol echav, and his brothers, Yosef's brothers, saw ki oto ahav avihem, that their father loved him mikol echav, from all of his brothers. Vayisneu oto, and they hated him. V'lo yachlu dabro l'shalom, they hated him and they could not speak peacefully about him. So the Midrash says something really interesting. What was Yaakov's mistake? Was Yaakov's mistake that he ahavet Yosef mikol echav, that he loved Yosef more? No, the Midrash says the following. This is from Breshit Rabbah. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's move it up a little. Va'asalo ketonet pasim, he made him this coat of many colors. Reish Lakish b'shem Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah Amer, said Reish Lakish in the name of Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah. So he said the following: Tzarich adam shelo l'shanot ben mibanav. A person is required, must shelo l'shanot, not make any difference between one child among his others. Why? She'al yidei ketonet pasim she'asa avinu Yaakov liYosef, because of this coat of many colors that Yaakov Avinu made to Yosef. Then we learn vayisneu oto. Why did the brothers hate the father? Why did we learn vayisneu oto? Where did that hatred come from? The hatred came from ketonet pasim. It came from the coat of many colors that Yaakov made for Yosef. And I think the Midrash is telling us something that's really fascinating and really interesting. Margaret Thatcher might have been onto something. I think that it might be natural. All of us have preferences. We all like certain things more than other things. We like certain qualities more than other qualities. And I don't know if it's unnatural for a parent to like some children or some aspect of some child more than the other. It doesn't mean that the parent doesn't love all of his or her children the same way. We all love our children, each one in their own unique way. But some children have more of the qualities that we like, and some children have more of the qualities that are not like us, and that's natural. What was Yaakov's? And Yaakov actually didn't like Yosef for any particular quality, it says. He liked him because probably he reminded him of Rachel. He was the child that was the youngest, reminded him of a time in his life. Whatever the reason was. Yaakov's mistake wasn't that he loved Yosef more, it says in Midrash. Yaakov's mistake was that he showed him that he loved him more. He made a symbol of it. He showed preference. And I think that's the answer. There's a big difference between having an emotion, having a feeling, and expressing it. Can we have favorites? Do parents have favorites? I think Prince Philip might be correct. Yes, that's natural. But showing it, that's something that's harmful and detrimental to our children and to ourselves as parents, and ultimately to our families. We have to love each child the same, and we have to treat each child the same way, whether they're our favorite or not. Have a Shabbat Shalom. If you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I'm sure you did, we invite you to bring Kitah into your home for your children. Kitah for Home Plus begins on January 4th. And right now we're having a Hanukkah special. People who sign up, families that sign up now can have the first 8 days, 2 lessons free to try out Kitah and make sure that it's a wonderful addition to your children's Jewish learning. Have a great Chanukah. Chanukah Sameach to everyone.